Hi, my name is Dana. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a little session to help stretch out your feet and your hip flexors. So begin at the top of your mat. Roll your shoulders down and back. Get nice and long through your spine, shoulders away from your ears. Really press into all four corners of your feet. And focus on pressing your toes into the mat. And I want you to gently sway from side to side. You're just getting yourself ready, primed for our little session here. All right, now I want you to gently rock back and forth on your feet. So also make sure you do it within reason. You don't want to fall over. You're just finding kind of where your balance is right now. Okay. Now from here, go ahead and come to your toes. So press up onto your toes and gently lower back down. Just warming up your feet, okay? Press up to your toes and gently lower back down. And we're gonna do this one more time. Press up to your toes and gently roll back down. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up. Exhale, press the airway, chin to chest. Inhale, both arms out and up to gaze up. This time, clasp your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale to lengthen here. As we exhale, you're going to gently shift to the side and gaze up. Really creating space between your shoulders and your ears. And just breathe into your side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, press the air away, chin to chest. Inhale, arms out and up. This time grab your right wrist with your left hand, lengthen, and on your exhale, you're going to gently drift to the side. And gaze up, if you can. Shoulders away from the ears. And just breathe into your side body here. And gently rise, come back to center, exhale, press the air away. Okay, so we're gonna kind of do a combination of what we just did there. This is the standard tree pose in yoga practice. It's not the tree pose we're all used to. So we're gonna begin on your inhale. Raise your hands up and over your head and come up to your toes. And exhale, come down to your toes and press your arms down to your sides. Inhale, raise up to your toes. We're going to stay here this time. And you can go ahead and either clasp your hands in steeple or just press palms together, or you can clasp one wrist with one hand if that's more comfortable for you. I'm going to go for steeple. Lengthen and gently sway from side to side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. And one more time. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. And gently come back to center. Let yourself come back to your heels. Roll your shoulders down and back. Maybe roll them forward. So we're just getting your balance here. Part of the interesting thing about pain in the body is that a lot of times it comes from a lack of the muscle being built up, and therefore there's a lot of compensation and awkward holding of different muscles. So it's very important that as much as we want to stretch your feet, we also want to engage your feet and strengthen your feet, okay? So, top of the mat. Inhale to gaze up, both arms out and up. Exhale, press the air away, chin to chest. Inhale, arms out and up to gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And you're just gonna step your left foot back for high crescent. And just get nice and grounded here. You can feel free to shift in your hips. You should be feeling a nice stretch in the base of your foot and that Achilles tendon. Now we're just going to take one more breath here. Shoulders away from the ears. And then you're going to gently just lower that back foot down to a 45-degree angle. If you need to step it in, feel free. We're here in Warrior One. Now from here, go ahead and inhale your arms out and up to gaze up, and steeple your hands together. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, gently sway towards the right, creating space, really drawing and opening up that left hip. And just breathing into that space you're creating. Inhale back to center, hands to heart center. We're going to step back up to the top of your mat. So inhale here, exhale, step up. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So, hands to heart center, and gently step your right foot back into high crescent. Inhale here to lengthen through the spine, really get grounded in the ball of that right foot and the heel of your left foot. And inhale, arms up for steeple. And hold it here, just breathe into the space. Feel the stretch wherever you need to feel it. Inhale to lengthen. We're going to gently sway towards the left. You can gaze up if that feels good, or find a gazing point that's helpful for you to balance here. Inhale back to center, hands to heart center, and gently lower that back right foot to 45-degree angle. So nice stretch in the back of your heel. You can also just gently move your front knee to kind of find your placement and find the stretch. I'm going to step my front foot in a little bit here. All right. Once again, go ahead and step to the top of your mat and shake it out. Here we're going to do an interesting one that isn't that common. I want you to raise your arms up over your head into the steepled hands. You're going to arch your back, and you're gently going to step your left foot back, but the top of your foot comes to the ground. And just lean back as much as feels safe for you. And here, go ahead and gently sway your back foot side to side if you can. Nice top of the foot stretch here, stretching right at the connection of the ankle. And hands to heart center, step back to the top of your mat. Shake it out, same thing, other side. Inhale, both arms up for steeple. Let your right foot come back. And inhale here to lengthen. And just once again, maybe sway that foot side to side. And just really feel the stretch here. If you don't feel comfortable arching that much, then don't worry about it. You don't have to. It's just a range of motion that you can try and see if your body likes it or not. Go ahead, bring hands heart to heart center and shake it out as you step to the top of your mat. Okay, so now we'll do the other tree pose that everybody does know. So go ahead and get nice and grounded in both feet. And for this posture, it's up to you and your body and where you're at today, okay? So you can either just start here. So your heel is just into the side of your shin, okay? And your knee is out towards the side, all right? Now, if you have more ability to raise your foot to your shin, then that's also great. It's really more on the side of your calf. And then if you really like to, you can bring it up a little higher and more towards your groin. These pants don't leave a lot of space for that, but this is where I prefer my posture generally, maybe not in these pants. So let's see if I can get this here. There we go. All right. So knee out to the side. So actually you don't want to have your knee on the side of your, you don't want to have your foot on the side of your knee. Okay. Lateral pressure on the knee is not that delicious for that joint. It's it really compromises it. Make sure your hands are at heart center and just breathe here. Really grounding down. If you feel like a little courageous, I guess, you can inhale, raise both arms out and up, for our steeple hands. And if you really want to be super courageous, you can try to close your eyes and see if you can hold balance here. I have two tactics. One, close your eyes and picture something you really, really like. Or two, just stare at the wall in front of you. Imagine what that looks like as soon as you close your eyes, as if you're still staring at the wall in front of you. And hands back to heart center. Gently lower that foot and shake it out. Same thing, other side. So once again, get nice and grounded in that right foot. And we're gonna find your space anywhere in tree pose. On yourself where you're at. Okay, much better on this side. All right. And make sure you're nice and tall through your spine, your shoulders away from your ears, hands pressed in to prayer at heart center. Breathing here. And once again, if you want to try it out on the other side, inhale both arms out and up, hands to steeple, and maybe see if you can close your eyes or not, or change your gazing point, whatever is comfortable for you. So this posture can actually help realign your pelvis as well. So just something to think about. And obviously, everything is connected to your feet. Your feet are the base of everything you do. So when I say your feet and your hips are connected, they certainly are as well, right? So realigning your hips is just as beneficial for your feet. All right, hands back to heart center. Go ahead and lower it. If you had to get out of the posture and get back into the posture during that time, that's also totally fine. All right. So just kind of walk in place, kind of loosen up those little feet muscles underneath there. And then from here, go ahead and bring your feet to the width of your mat. Hands on your hips. Inhale, gaze up. Shoulders away from the ears, open to that heart. Like a Care Bear stare to the sky through your heart. And inhale back to center. Exhale, flat back as much as you can. Maybe bend into your knees here and lower down. All the way. Get nice and long for that spine. And gently maybe shake or bend from one side to the other. Inhale here to rise all the way up. Exhale, shoulders down and back. I'm going to give you a little creative posture here. So, you're going to walk both heels in. So rotate them in and come into a little horse stance here, okay? Now your arms can either be out to the side, they can stay on your hips, or to your heart center. From here, I want you to try to go onto one toe on the right, and lower, and then go ahead and raise your heel on the left, and lower. We'll do this a few more times on each side, okay? Inhale, right toes press in. Exhale, release. Inhale, left toes press in. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, right toes press in. Exhale, release. Inhale, left toes press in. Exhale, release. And gently rise. Bring your feet parallel to each other to just shake it out here. When you shake it out, you just make a little gentle jostle in your knees, essentially. All right, so go ahead and walk your feet a little closer in, heels inward, and hands to heart center. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, gently lower down into a nice little garland squat. Garland pose. So, hands pressed into each other, elbows pressed into the inside of your knees, and your knees are pressed into the outside of your elbows. You could gently rock and sway here. We're stretching your hips, but we're also getting into your feet, okay? Try to stay nice and long through the spine, crown of the head towards the sky. And from here, if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and lower your right palm to the ground, and then inhale, raise your left arm up towards the sky for a little twist here. just gentle, gentle twists, and just breathe into that space. And then exhale, left palm towards the ground, onto the ground, and inhale, right arm up, and gazing up. You should be feeling a nice little extra stretch in your hips where they connect to your leg, so your groin area, and maybe a little bit in that lower back. And exhale, come back to center. From here, keep your hands on the ground and maybe walk them forward as you come to your toes on both feet, and you're going to lower your knees down. And if you came off your mat, you might want to come back onto your mat, as this could be uncomfortable for you. So here is where you would probably like to have maybe a bolster or pillow for under your groin area, and or make sure you have a blanket or something extra here to pad under your knees. From here, you can gently lower down to your elbows if that feels okay. And your feet are flexed and your shins are parallel to each other, so flat out behind you, okay? And you can actually rock here if that feels good. You may not be as low, and that is totally fine. It's not about that. It's just about stretching your body and meeting yourself where you're at. All right, so from here, you can either come back up to your hands or not, but just gently walk your knees back into place. I'm going to turn to the side. You are welcome to do so, as you'll probably be more flush with your mat. So we're going to do thunderbolt with your toes tucked under. So we're stretching the bottom of the feet here. So you're sitting back onto your heels with your seat, if you can. If not, feel free to grab a pillow or a bolster and sit back on that. Okay, you have options. Also maybe a yoga block, depending on how cushy the yoga block is. I have one that's styrofoam, and then there's ones that are cork. You probably don't want to sit on the cork ones. All right, I'm sure you stretched the base of your feet enough, so place your hands on the mat, untuck your toes, and come to sit back on your heels once again. Same thing, except now you're leaving the tension under the base of your feet. Gently rock back and forth on your shins, really massaging the tops of those feet. And then from here, whatever side is reasonable for you, just guide both hands down to the ground and let your hip come to meet the ground, and bring your feet out in front of you. So you can either be facing the front of your mat as such. For this, I'll face you. I feel like that could be better for you guys. All right. So shoulders down and back, stay flexed in the feet. Press your palms into the mat, nice and long through that spine. And gently release. Okay, so you might want to take your feet about hips width apart. And then from here, we're just going to point and flex our feet. So exhale, point. Inhale towards you. Exhale, press away. Inhale, feet pointing towards you. Exhale, press away one more time. Inhale towards you and shake it out. And then keep your feet that way, but I want you to try to use the outside of your feet and rotate your feet out towards the side, right? We're gonna do this 10 times. So now we're on 2, 3, 4, and you can do this with your breath. Inhale 5, exhale 6, 7. I'm just, for some reason, showing you with my hands at the same time. 9 and 10. Go ahead and shake it out. We're going to do the same thing, but reverse rotation, so inwards. So this would be supination, and this would be pronation. All right. So inhale, feet towards you. Exhale, press away. Inhale towards you. Exhale, press away. Inhale towards you. exhale, press away. It's probably really challenging if you don't use these muscles very often. Exhale, press away. Inhale towards you. Exhale, press away. But this will only help you in the long term. Inhale towards you. And last time, exhale, press away. Shake it out. All right. Now we're going to just do some little circles with our feet. We're going to go one way and we're going to go the other. Let's just do 5 both ways, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. You also want to make sure you're not moving your legs too much here. 4, I probably should have said that at the beginning. 5. But if you come back to this in the future, you will remember that. All right. So from here, get nice and situated on your sit bones. If you've got to remove some flesh, feel free to do so. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, gently start to fold forward, stay flexed in your feet. If you would like to bend your knees a little bit here to create space, feel free to do so. We're just going to stretch your lower back a little bit, okay? So every inhalation is an opportunity to lengthen through your spine, and every exhalation is an opportunity to get a little deeper into the stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, deepen. Just hold it here, maybe shake your knees a little bit, maybe if your knees are bend, that's also fine. You just stay here and breathe. And inhale here. Exhale, rise. All right, so now we're going to do butterfly. So bring both feet in towards each other. Feet facing, well, it depends on what you think the feet's face are, but the base of your feet facing one another. And take your hands and your thumbs are going to gently pull the top part of your foot away from each other, creating a little space here. Inhale to lengthen through your spine, get nice and tall, and exhale, gently lower a little bit. Inhale to create space, exhale to come in deeper, and just breathe in here. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you. And gently rise. Hands to the outside of the knees. Guide them in towards each other. And release your legs out to the front of you. Go ahead and shake it out. So now we'll just end with a nice seated posture. So maybe the base of your foot on the inside of your right thigh and the base of your right foot on the outside of your left shin. Roll your shoulders down and back. Roll your shoulders forward. We're going to take your left arm to the sky on your inhale, and exhale. Gently turn and twist your left arm to the right knee. Maybe your right hand is very far behind you, or just a little bit behind you. As we inhale here, exhale, we're just going to come in for a little twist. Just a nice little twist to end on. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen. And one more inhale. On your exhale, you're going to just rotate back towards the front. Release that. Roll your shoulders down and back, and same thing on the other side. Inhale your right arm up and over. Exhale, gently twist towards the left knee, right palm on the left knee. Inhale here to lengthen. Find wherever your back arm is comfortable, and on your exhale, you're going to gently come into that twist. Gaze over that left shoulder. I just realized that my shirt has been over my microphone this whole time, so I'm really hoping you guys have been able to hear me clearly without a bunch of rustling. I'll find out when I go back to edit. But I'm still posting this. And back to center. Roll your shoulders down your back. Well, let's just do this for now. Alright. Palms towards the sky. Shoulders down away from your ears. Focus on your breath. As you inhale, imagine it drawing from the base of your spine all the way out through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, imagine it drawing all the way through the crown of your head to the base of your spine. Inhale. Exhale. And next inhale, arms out and up to gaze up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale here to lengthen as you exhale, bow to yourself. And thank yourself for giving you the opportunity to connect with your mind, body, and spirit. Namaste. I really hope you enjoyed this. I have been a runner in various seasons of my life, and this is certainly something that I've had in my life. All of these postures have been a part of that practice. So maintenance is extremely important. If you're somebody who walks everywhere or stands for prolonged periods of time, this is probably going to be something you want to come back to often. So if you feel like anybody you know would also appreciate this, feel free to share it. And if you really like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos in the future. So until next time, have a beautiful day.